What is up, students? It's so good to see you again, or for you to have you join us. Welcome to BPF Prom.
At your home.
Yes,
is what we're seeing.
wherever you may be. Listen, we know all of you and all of us have been displaced in many ways, and one of the group of students that has been the most displaced in many ways is our seniors, and so we wanted to honor you just a little bit tonight and to celebrate with you. Everyone's invited to our prom, but listen, we have a fun night in store for you, so welcome to the BPF Prom. And one of the things I want to put on your radar right now is in the chat, we want you to give each one of us your best superlative. So for Jaime, I want you to write in the chat, Jaime in high school or even right now would win best whatever or most likely to blank, and then give some for Alex, for me, for Mary. We're going to read some of the best ones at the end, and if we pick yours as the best fit for that person, you get to take a prize home. And so all night in the chat, let us know what's going on. All right, Jaime, what you got for us?
All right. So since we are here celebrating prom and, we're kind of making this a little bit special, we wanted to kind of give you some amazing images that we found online about a lot of different things, okay? So we're just going to check them out. We're just going to kind of walk you through the importance and the awesomeness that is graduation pics, prom pics, and all the like, all right? So here we go.
What you got for us, Jaime?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
That's a beautiful graduation pic. Why a chainsaw? We don't know.
That man just
Yikes.
Wood art.
You know what he loves.
He likes the wood art.
Woodworking.
Let's go to another one real quick.
Woodworking.
What do we got?
Oh, yeah, that
Listen,
is good.
This
That's
dude's superlative is coolest kid in the block. I don't know why.
Maybe
Listen, I hope this kid got sponsored by Adidas.
Awesome.
Because if not, why?
Wow,
That's
that's
awesome.
so good.
These are some prom pics.
That's
Look at that.
matching.
Is that like duct tape?
That's
dresses?
early 90s for some reason.
I like
We
how
don't
they
know. We
compliment
just
each
go
other.
with it. What
Yeah.
else we got here?
Oh,
Listen,
Oh.
the
Is that
80s.
Mary?
The 80s were
not
a
good.
radical.
That
They're
is
a
not
radical
my
time.
hair.
Let me tell you something. I hope people bought stock in Aquanet because that is some hairspray heaven. That's
where the whole
beautiful.
nose art
No,
came from.
yeah, that's
That's
exactly
right.
the problem.
Hair.
The
Oh
80s
my
hair.
I like it. All right, so we should have a couple more. Let's see what else we got. Look at this.
Oh.
You got to love
Ooh.
tennis
Dora?
and Dora the
Dora the
Explorer.
Dora the
Explorer.
That is
Explorer.
Dora Explorer tennis stuff.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Oh.
So we're
Oh.
clear. You're looking at a grass suit.
Grass?
Yep, made out of AstroTurf, grass. Yes.
Stop.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Feels heavy.
Oh, here's some
Oh.
celebrity ones. Let's see if
Jimmy
you know who this
Fallon.
is. Very funny individual. That is Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy
Boy
Fallon.
is
Let's see what else
pale.
we got for some of these. The Queen Bee.
Oh, babe.
That's Bay.
There we go.
That's right. That was probably
Beyonce.
somewhere in North Houston.
Oh,
Oh, look at that celebrity. Hold on. That was a really good celebrity one. Look at that. Gee,
Look at that,
biz.
Mary.
Mary.
Is that a fountain?
What
in
was
the
the
90s.
theme? I want to know what the theme was.
I don't remember, but
Look
look
at
at
that
that
fountain.
awesome fountain.
Yeah,
we
is
built.
that what that
Awesome
is?
We built a fountain that had water in it.
That's fantastic. All right, let's see what else we got. What other
That's
celebrities we
impressive.
have in our...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's my
Classic,
question.
classic.
Why couldn't you have slicked your hair back? Why is it hanging outside of your cap?
Dude, it was the late, I don't even know when I graduated. 08, bro.
That's
That's
you
a
did.
hairdo.
That was the
Style.
hairstyle.
That's a
Over
hairdo.
the
Let's see
hair.
what else we got here for grad pictures.
Is it all grad pictures?
Oh,
here's some
we still
prom.
got prom.
Alex.
There's Alex. Alex,
Is that the
so
same
beautiful.
dress?
That
No. I can't fit into that one. Also, that dress, my
hold on.
date stepped on my dress.
real quick, look
In
at
a hole.
look at the guns on Alex in that picture, dude. She was flexing, bro.
Softball, man.
I love it. All
Softball
right,
and
let's see what else we got.
arms,
What other pictures we got?
Powerlifting, I mean, all of those things contributed.
Listen,
So-
that's a G right there. That's a G right there. Just so we're clear, that picture.
Oh,
if you know my son, shout out to Joaquin who should be watching.
That
If
is
you know my
so
son,
great.
so
That's
if you know my son, that
90s.
basically is Joaquin. Like
He looks
that's just,
like
we
you.
look the same. Let's
That
see what
is
else.
That needs to make a
awesome.
comeback, though.
Oh no,
Maybe.
I'm doing that hair
That
again.
style. It's
What
like,
what
let me
else we
just-
got? Do we got any others? Let's see
And
what
that
else
might
we
be
got.
it.
That's it?
Okay, so everyone's holding like chainsaws and the things that they love, and you
Bears.
just got a
Hey, got that
9
9-8.
Chill
Got
with
that
the
9-8, baby. 9-8. I'm repping the year, kids.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Love it.
All right, so today on Instagram, we asked you some hot takes, and hot takes are unpopular opinions or strong opinions that people have. So the first one that we asked you guys, and I'm actually going to ask each of these people up here their opinion on the hot
Finally
take.
dressed people. Thank you very much.
Yes, dapper. So the first one, Batman is not a superhero. So Jaime, what would your answer?
He is not a superhero
Why?
because he's just a philanthropist. People, relax. He has no superpowers. He's not a superhero. He's a hero, but not a superhero.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. It's not a hot take to me. The man just has money. He's a billionaire. Come back when you got a superpower.
I don't know. I like Batman. I like his story. I like how he came into all of that, and he's using his money to help people. I don't think that's a big. Why do you have to have
Is money a superpower, though? Come
Right.
on.
I know, but
Well,
he uses it to help people.
That's a fine line you're pushing if
Ooh.
you're saying that money's a
well,
superpower,
that's
ma'am.
not
Fine
for
line.
everybody.
All right,
Fine
all right, all
line.
right.
The
All right,
Batman
who's right,
story.
though? That's what I want to know.
All right, yes.
Let's
That's
see.
very important. So, students, you said that 68% of you disagree that Batman is not a
He
superhero. So you're
is.
saying that he is.
What?
See,
He's
I
not.
was
So
right.
majority says he is a superhero.
That's incorrect.
Whatever. All right, Mary gets a point.
All right, next one. Country music is overrated.
No.
Go that way first, please.
I like 90s country. It's so fun. Not necessarily today's country, but oh my goodness, there's some good country songs back from the 90s. Guys.
Please. I would
I agree with you, Mary.
agree.
I like
I know I might get some hate mail, but listen, the only country I listened to was Taylor Swift, and it's not even considered country.
Wow.
So,
that doesn't-
listen,
no.
give me some.
Doesn't
I'm
count.
going to stop right there. I know
All
our
right,
audience.
timing.
Wow. Okay, so
Stop.
Mary said this correctly. Modern country music is absolutely overrated, but there's something to like 80s country, 90s country, some like
90s.
George, some Garth,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Some
Shania
some
Twain.
Brooks
Shania,
and
that was
Dunn.
my first
Like
concert.
Yes,
there's something
so
to that.
good.
But the stuff that they have out right now, absolutely overrated.
That's
Not
not
the
great.
same.
All right,
But
we're
no.
All right.
right, though.
We are
Listen.
right.
Yes. So, well, students said that they disagreed. They think that country music is the best.
Oh.
So it's not overrated in there?
Yes.
Well,
so,
they're children. It doesn't really matter.
Yikes.
So
You
Mary's
heard
got
it.
2. We've got 0.
2.
All right,
All right.
next one
It's about to get spicy.
is
Oh.
ranch does not go on pizza. Do you agree or disagree?
Ranch is the most overrated condiment. It does not belong on pizza. If anything, it belongs dipped with broccoli and carrots and celery, and that's the extent of it. It's
Agreed.
overrated, in my
Yes.
opinion. It doesn't
Yes.
belong on pizza.
Does not belong on
no,
pizza.
it does not. I
At
love
all.
pizza. I want pizza like it is. Don't-
True.
Listen, if we
But don't put some nasty ranch on there.
in Rome, we
Yeah.
got to eat the best piece of pizza in my entire life, and if I had pulled ranch out, listen,
They would have
they would have
like,
killed
bro.
me. Like,
Bro.
excuse me, you guys have any ranch? Like,
Yeah.
That
That
you'd
would've-
been kicked out.
Mm-mm.
yes.
Not
So,
appropriate.
We've gotta be
unfortunately, we do not have the popular opinion.
We did not win that one.
Right. Most people disagree.
Disagree.
They think
People put a ranch
Yeah.
on their
That's like
pizza.
ruining
Just so we're
the
clear,
meal.
I believe
My
it's
husband would
because
be
your
mad for it.
taste buds haven't developed and you don't know any better. That's all I'm
I
saying.
don't know.
We'll move
My
on.
28-year-old husband puts ranch on.
Well,
Oh,
maybe his taste buds also
Yeah,
didn't
Caleb
develop
got
yet.
called out.
Sorry.
The chat
Wow.
says ranch does not go on good pizza.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh, that's
clarification.
true.
That's a good one. I like that.
All right. So our next one, cheerleading is not a sport.
Go that way first. Go that way first. Don't come to the. Go
It's
that way
about to get
first,
heated.
'cause I'm gonna get it.
I
I'm
was
gonna-
not a cheerleader, but cheerleaders are athletic and they work hard.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm stopping. I say it is a
Uh,
sport.
So my wife was a cheerleader, so this is gonna get me in trouble. I will say define sport, and I'll make even more people mad. I'll go spicy. Ready? Golf isn't a sport either. I'll say it.
Oh.
I think golf is impressive. I think it's talented, but it's like grown-up darts. If nobody's playing
Oh.
defense, it's not a
That's low.
sport. I
Wow,
think
that's a hot
cheerleading-
take,
cheerleading
friends.
is competitive. It is
Friends.
impressive,
It
incredible.
requires athleticism.
But what's a
Hot
sport? Someone's got to play
takes.
defense.
All right, you want to? Here's my argument to
This is
why
about to go down.
to
right
why
here.
it is not a sport. I got
I'm
two
like
of them.
Raging
Yeah,
right
send
I
him
now.
your
I
hate
got
mail.
two
Here it
of them.
comes.
Here it is.
I'm
Number one,
raging.
this will be quick. Number one, you can't get a scholarship to be a college athlete for cheerleading. Now, number two, there's not a professional
Are you
cheer league.
sure
I'm
about
positive
that?
of it because this was an argument that was made a couple years back about
Have you
whether or
watched
not.
Cheer on Netflix?
What I'm saying is they don't have scholarships. All I'm saying is that there are elements of cheerleading in the sense of the tumbling and the gymnastics that are very sport aspects, but cheerleading as a whole is not a sport.
All
right,
I want
well-
to see you do something.
I'm gonna put my 2 cents in because I played just about every sport.
We saw the
mean-
guns.
We're scared.
Okay, so that senior year, I did cheerleading
Uh-huh.
and softball. But before that, I did volleyball, powerlifting. Throw that one in there. And then so senior year, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do cheerleading, and I made it. And I told my coaches, like, cheer practice, conditioning, competition, that was way harder than any other sport I've played. I had to be in better shape for cheer, which made me an overall better athlete as a whole because I
Maybe.
was a cheerleader.
Is dance a sport? Competitive dance, is that a sport?
It's tough. I mean, I've never been a
Who's playing
dancer.
defense? It's impressive.
It is impressive, but who's playing defense?
Yikes.
Somebody wrote
no-
in
Cheers is a
here,
sport.
It's not on
And-
Wii Sports, so it's not a sport.
That's
Well,
good, friends.
That's a great way to live life.
I like it if it's not on Wii Sports.
You guys are wrong because popular opinion, they think that cheer is a sport.
So Mary again?
Oh, I think I won.
You didn't really
What
get
else?
an
All right,
answer.
give me some more.
Mary's
Let's go.
not-
Let's
you're
go.
not
Let's give us
spicy
All right,
enough.
next
You gotta
one.
give some
You can
hot
only
takes.
keep one. Chick-fil-A or Whataburger.
This isn't even like an
Chick-fil-A.
opportunity. This is Chick-fil-A all day.
Oh, the
Excuse
way,
me,
Chick-fil-A.
Whataburger.
No,
Listen,
you can get just as good at burgers
I
in other places. But
love
you
the
can't
holy
get a chicken
chicken
sandwich.
as much as the next person.
Jesus chicken.
But
is what we
I'm
call
from
it in the streets.
Corpus. I lived down the street from like the first Whataburger. I could not go home if I said anything else. So Whataburger, and clearly, I know I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm right.
Chick-fil-A.
I know no one's
Majority
agreeing with
said
me.
that Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Hey, 25%.
All
Let's
the
go.
way,
I'll see you
Chick-fil-A.
Whataburger.
Yes, and our
24
last.
hours, you can't beat it.
Well, yeah. Okay. Last one. Is it acceptable to drink milk by itself at any time of the day?
I'm very passionate about this.
You should go first.
Yes. Listen, growing up in my culture, we do not drink milk by itself.
Preach it.
And as I grew up, whoa,
Oh.
yeah.
Somebody got offended by those
Somebody's
statements.
offended.
Somebody got offended by those statements. Our bad, Jesus.
Turn me
Our bad,
off.
Jesus.
Listen, growing up, we did not drink milk by itself. We drank milk with cereal and
Right.
maybe with some other thing of breakfast. But
Chocolate
it was
or strawberry.
when I got older, I would have dinner with people or go to someone's house and they'd be like having spaghetti or something else for dinner. They're like,
Absolutely.
Love
I'll
the
take
milk.
milk.
No.
I'm like, what
No.
is going on?
No.
Disgusting, horrible. No.
Can I add something real quick?
Sure.
Joseph is absolutely right. Culturally speaking, there was never a moment in my life that I ever had a glass of milk unless I was dipping a cookie, I was eating cereal, or had a bunch of chocolate and a bunch of strawberry in it. That is a cultural thing. That's what it is. No, you should never drink a glass of milk by itself. Go ahead, Mary. Let's hear it.
Well, I grew up drinking milk
Of course you did.
It's okay. Me too.
any time of the day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Really.
whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted. However,
That's why you grew up so strong.
strong
Hey, how do you
bones.
think I got those guns?
But seriously though,
Milk.
I personally don't like to just go grab a cup of milk unless I have double stuffed Oreos.
Really.
Which if you watch
But it's not by
Week One, you would know.
itself. It's
Yeah.
not
Right.
by
Right.
itself.
So-
Ryan Murphy said, yo,
So I
where are
say
my
no.
lactose sensitive people?
Amen. Amen. Listen, I can't anymore.
That might
agree.
be why.
I can't even do ice cream
Hispanics don't
anymore.
I don't want to buy
That's
stuff.
true.
I don't want to buy that.
Go ahead.
We're all on the same page.
My
Right.
brother, though, was the person that we would go out to eat, and the waiter would be like, "What would you like to drink?" And he'd go, "Milk."
That's so strange to me.
He would bring out this glass
Sick.
of milk.
You know what? That would never be heard at a Mexican restaurant. I'm telling you right now.
but
Not
he
one
would
time, people. Not
El
once.
Toro all the time.
Jesus also upset with that comment. My bad, Jesus. I apologize. I'm being too sensitive or culturally
All
insensitive.
right.
All
Yeah.
right,
What'd
who's
we
right?
say?
We were right.
Let's see.
I'm very
It
curious.
was actually like 50-50.
Oh.
But
They're fighting in the comments.
most people
serious?
said no. 53% said no, that it's not acceptable.
It is not acceptable. I
But
agree with that.
47% said yes.
We
Oh,
got
it's
one.
close, close.
I mean, we each take one
We
home.
tanked this one,
Mary's
guys.
the winner.
think I
Mary is
win.
the
Somebody
winner.
other than Jaime finally wins something.
Way to go, Mary.
Sure. I'll let y'all have this one. It's all
right.
good.
Hey, really quick, if you submitted anything to us this last week, you put your name in this drawing. We want to give something away right now. Let's randomize it and let's see who the winner is. Let's go.
Roll it.
Oh,
Where is
can't
it?
see it.
Do-do-do-do.
Who is
Oh.
the winner?
You, everyone, is the winner. It's Cole 21.
It's
You are the winner. All right.
Lil's.
Lil's.
Cole.
Oh, Lily.
Lil's cool.
That's
Oh, okay.
Lily.
Oh, I
Good
All
job, Lily
right.
Cole.
Nice.
All right. Great runner, by the way.
You
Keep
will
going.
get a prize this week.
Yep, we'll send you
All right.
something.
We also asked you to submit to us your own entries for two superlatives, best hair and most talented. And we want to share some of the best ones with you right now. And the winners of these get $25 gift cards and
big
a
prize.
trophy
Big prize.
Ooh.
sent to you.
Big prize.
Yep.
Let's
we want to
see it.
see it
Big
when it
deal.
arrives. All right. For best hair, let's see what we got submitted.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
that's
Oh, so
like
That's some
pretty.
good hair.
regular.
Although we can't
normal-
see their face,
is that
though.
pretty
an
hair.
Urban Eve? That looks outside of Urban
Probably.
That looks like a
Probably.
professional photo. That's nice.
Who's going to the
Good
salon
hair,
this time of day?
but we're
Right?
kind of going for something a little different. Let's see what else we got.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Cute, Skylar.
I
Way to
love
go,
a bit. I
Skylar.
love it. Just woke up
Great
in the
job. All
morning.
right, what
here.
else? Let's see. We got any other ones? I know we do. Oh,
Maybe so. Oh, there we go.
there we go.
KP.
KP dressed up,
Nice.
extra points,
Yes.
In
crazy
her
hair.
prom dress.
Nice
I love
KP.
it.
All right, who else we got?
Kind of a Pippi Longstocking vibe.
Ooh,
Oh, nice,
Zoria.
Zoria.
Zoria's keeping it street
Nice,
right there.
Zoria.
Looking good. All right.
Love it.
All right.
Oh!
Faith, I
My girl.
That's
Coming in
awesome.
Beautiful.
Hold on. What is that shirt? That's even better.
What's that?
The shirt.
That is amazing hair. Those
So
curls are
good.
amazing.
Dude, so good. I think she's actually our winner.
I
Yes.
think she wins.
Faith
That's
takes
beautiful
it
hair.
home.
Faith,
That was
I'm
incredible.
So proud.
Good job, kiddos.
That's
hair.
awesome.
Listen, I don't know what you're going to win for your senior superlative, but you've got the BPF best hair. Congratulations. Gift card coming your way
Yep.
and a trophy.
And
All
a
right, let's see
trophy.
most talented.
Yes.
Let's see what our submissions are. What did we get? Oh, is this a
snap.
sport, Jaime?
That
Can
oh.
you
It's
do that?
It's impressive. I will tell you
tumbling
that.
is an
That's
Olympic
pretty
sport for the
impressive.
record. That's
That,
actually
Alex.
good. Was that a front flip and then some like twirly
That's a
twirls?
lot.
What are they called?
Twirly
Well,
Twirly twirls. I'm pretty certain that's what it's called.
That was
Josh
impressive.
a fool.
All right, what else we got?
So,
Yeah, what else we got?
well,
My name's
Oh,
This-
this
yeah.
is awesome.
and our talent is burping on command.
Burping
on
on
command.
command.
Girls are so good at this.
What's with the
Do girls
finger
practice
thing?
this?
that means like shy.
All right,
like,
thank you. Thank you for
I
watching.
don't know what to do.
You know why
that's
they can do
awesome.
that? I bet they drink milk.
That's
good.
That was pretty good.
All right,
Good,
what
let's
else
see
we
what
got?
else we got. Some honorable mentions.
If we get
Beautiful.
tomorrow,
That harmony is beautiful.
it's worth
I love her dance moves with there in the
So
bottom right.
good.
Bottom right. I love it.
hard to say
That's
goodbye to yesterday.
This is
That
incredible.
high note. Did you hear that high note at the end though? That was pretty talented.
Nice.
Wow.
Love it. That's
Love it.
fantastic.
Sophia, I would just want you to know that's going to live on the internet forever.
Yep.
Amazing. Thank you for that.
We love it so,
So
much.
good. All right, and we have our winner, I think.
Yes.
Let's see what it is.
Jack also does real yoga.
Oh,
Listen to the commentary.
Commentary. Jack Lauer.
Is he gonna make it all the way?
Let's go, Jack.
That's
Up
talent
the
right there.
stairs
Go,
Let me
every
tell you
time.
something.
He doesn't miss a single one. That's what we call talent.
He knows
That's
the
what we
science
call
to this. This is the
stuck
thing.
It's inside quarantine 2020.
Wonder how
Wow.
much
Hard on
practice
this.
he's
I
had.
bet he could do that before we were locked inside.
Probably.
I bet he's gotten so much better at it too.
Good job, Jack.
Congrats.
Way to go, Jack.
Woo! That's
Congrats.
talent,
We
my
got
friends.
a $25 gift card for you and a trophy for you. Thanks for sending those in.
That's
Some
fantastic.
talented people.
Oh, guys, before we get to the next thing, don't forget superlatives. You should be doing that on the chat so that we can all be honored in some way or another. But what we got coming up next is some good news, all right? So we wanted to keep it a little local for our first little bit of good news. So if you look up on the screen, animal shelter sees massive decrease during pandemic. So the Facts just did a really good article about the SPCA shelter basically being almost empty, right? So during this whole pandemic, they've had about 300 different animals that have left the SPCA, which is fantastic. In the article, it talks about how there was almost 800 before this happened.
Wow.
And basically what's been going on is they put a call out to the community, hey, we need you to come foster some pets. And here's the great part. They're not being fosters anymore. Most of these are being adopted right now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Now, they are asking still for some donations. They need some help still cleaning. There's still some, and it's kitten season right now. So if you still need it, if you're currently in the situation where you can't take care of some kittens, they are asking you to show up during their office hours and not to just leave the animals in a box or something like that. But guys in the community, all you kids, if you've been fostering or if you've picked up and recently adopted, kudos to you because that's awesome. Keep it up. I think that's awesome.
Yes.
All right, our next bit that we have going on here. This, I think, is really cool. So it says, if you can't read that, it says, teen launches hotline for isolated seniors to listen to pre-recorded jokes, stories, and messages of hope. All right.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
This is really cool. So this is a high school out of Canada, and they created a sort of a group. It's called For Joy All, right? Or Joy for All, sorry. So you can go to the website, it's www.joyforall.ca. That's for Canada. This is what they're doing, and I think it's great. They are pre-recording messages. So it's voicemails, it's emails. You can read a poem, you can tell a funny joke, whatever you want to do. And they are sending it to a lot of isolated seniors who are in homes. And if you want, guys, students and leaders, if you're listening, if you're paying attention, you can go to the website right now and you can actually record a message or send an email with a poem. They actually have enough so far saved up for every single day to the beginning of June, but they
Wow.
want to continue this trend.
That's awesome.
Again,
That's super cool.
www.joyforall.ca. Go check it out. What great news
That's
that is.
awesome.
That's awesome.
So good. That's so cool.
Yep.
Hey, students, I wanted to take a second and just share with you one of my favorite moments in the life of Jesus. And this is a moment in a story that I read to my own kids just about at least once every week. And if I'm honest with you, one of the reasons I read it to them so often is partly because I think they enjoy it, but really it's because I love this story and I feel like it's such a great reminder for me. And it's a type of constant reminder that I find myself always needing. And this moment is found in the Gospel of Mark in chapter 4. It's found in other places as well. But I just wanted to share this moment with you because I think it's a great reminder for all of us as we're in the middle of so much uncertainty. And listen, in this moment, Jesus he's walking and traveling with his disciples, and at one point they get in boats to travel to the other side of the sea to get to the other side. And as they're traveling, I want to read to you what it says in verse 37. Here's what it says. It says, as they're traveling, a furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat so that it was nearly swamped. It says that as they're traveling, this massive storm comes out of nowhere, and that the waves begin to break over the boat, and it's tossing the boat all around, and they're nearly swamped. And we read, and we can tell here that the disciples in the boat begin to panic. And it's important to remember here that these disciples and these friends of Jesus, that many of them were fishermen. They spent majority of their life in boats, and many of them on that very same sea. And so for them to be afraid in this moment, you can imagine how bad this storm must have been. And so they begin to panic, and they begin to be fearful for their own lives as the boat is being tossed around and asking themselves, are we going to make it? Like, is this the end? What is going on here? And really, they are afraid in this moment because they've recognized that they are not in control. The storm is tossing them, and they are at the mercy of it and what it decides to do with them. Can you imagine what that must have felt like? To be stuck on that boat, these boats from 2,000 years ago, and stuck on this storm that makes even these seasoned fishermen afraid. It must have been crazy. But my absolute favorite part of this story that I love so much is what happens next. And you might be asking yourself, okay, if this is taking place, where in the world is Jesus? Look at the very next verse. Look at what it says. It says that Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. I love the detail there. It's saying he's asleep in the boat and he's on a pillow. Like, that guy is comfortable. He's fast asleep. And it says the disciples woke him up and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" They are so afraid in this moment. And not only do the disciples doubt Jesus' love for them, but they also believe here that no one's in control. They feel like everything is out of control. The storm is in control. And so they're afraid for their lives, and the storm is dictating their fate, and that their safety depends on it. And look at what happens next. Verse 39, it says that he, Jesus, got up. He rebuked the winds and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." It says, then the wind died down and it was completely calm. Listen, Jesus simply told the wind and the waves to be still, and they were. It says that he woke up and he simply told it to stop, and it was. And he reminds us in that moment of who is really in control. It's not the disciples, it's not the storm, it's him, and it's Jesus. And here's the truth, students. We all live our lives, and we have lived our lives in so many ways, feeling like we, for the most part, are in control. That we're in control of what takes place in our lives, and we have control of our everyday lives. But there are moments where we realize and have moments of difficulty and clarity where we realize we're really not as in control as we imagine. And sometimes those moments are scary. Someone gets sick or dies, and suddenly everything changes. Maybe some major plans in your life have changed, or one day we wake up and the world as we knew it is suddenly gone. You can't go to school. You can't see your friends. You might not be able to go to work. And you don't know when all of this might end. And maybe for you right now, maybe you're frustrated as we're going through this. Maybe you're anxious about what you can't control. Maybe you're afraid. But I want you to just see this moment in the life of Jesus and just to see how it's a perfect reminder for us. When it feels like everything is off the rails and we have no control over everything, and it feels like no one's in control, it's a great reminder for us that Jesus is. He's not afraid or worried. Listen, when the disciples were afraid for their lives in that moment and they were panicking, Jesus was asleep in the boat on a pillow, incredibly comfortable. Not because he didn't care for them, but because he wasn't worried. Because he knew, even though the storm was so big and crazy, that he was completely in control. And it's a great reminder for us students that in the midst of our current situation and whatever may come next or in the future, Jesus is in control. And a part of that story that is just as important, students, is where was Jesus? He was in the boat. He was right there with them. They weren't alone, but he was right there with them. And so students, they weren't alone, and neither are you. Jesus is right there with you, and so lean on him. Take time with all the abundance of time that we've suddenly found to lean in, to pray, to read your Bible, and to ask God to remind you of what is true. Listen, it's hard when we realize that we're not in control and we can't understand what God is doing. And the last thing I want you to see, students, is just this reminder from the Old Testament, and this is Isaiah 55:9. It's a reminder to us of God's plans and how different they are from our own when we can't understand sometimes what God is doing. Look at what it says. It says, as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. That's God right there telling us that we cannot always understand or comprehend what God is doing, but that's not a bad thing. He is working in ways that we can't understand, but we can always know that he is in control. Great reminder for us, students, and let's lean into the time and these new opportunities that we've suddenly found. All right. We love and miss you. Last thing, we want to see the superlatives and see what is going on. All right. Ready?
Ready.
So ready.
Here we go. For Jaime, we'll start with Jaime. Here's some of the submissions. Most likely to be a clown.
That's a horrible.
I don't know if that's class clown or like profession clown.
I can't juggle, so I don't know how this will work.
Most likely to start a debate.
That's a good
That
one.
is probably
That's
true.
a good one.
So
That one's probably
accurate.
true.
Biggest mouth.
That's rude. Whoever wrote that.
I think
Rude.
they mean you can eat a lot. And
Sure.
Drink a lot
Yeah,
of
sure.
You
milk.
win the
Yeah.
games.
Uh-huh.
You win the food games.
And then Jaime, most likely to start a revolution.
Oh.
Oh man.
What do we think about these?
I'm
I
thinking
like
the
that one.
debate.
Debate?
I like
I'm
the
liking the
debate one.
debate.
Yeah, that's Jaime.
That's very
All right,
much
that's the
Jaime.
winner. If that was you, we got something for you. All right, let's see, Mary.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Most likely to be an Olympic runner.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Guys.
Ooh.
Somebody that knows you well.
Somebody does not know how fast I run.
Future actress.
Oh.
Wow.
Drama?
It's that Hollywood tan you got
So
going on
extra.
today.
Best laugh.
Oh,
That's
sweet.
That's nice.
Friends.
Most likely to be a SWAT leader.
Oh. In the
All
time
right.
of panic,
All right.
they want me to come in and rescue.
I
rescue
guess.
someone.
What do we think?
I like the actress one. I thought that was
The actress, 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
I could
drunk.
see
Best
it. I
laugh's
could
a good
see
one
it.
too.
Yeah.
best laugh.
What do we think?
What do y'all? What Alex?
I say best laugh.
I'll go
Best
with it.
laugh.
I'll go with it.
Mary,
Yeah.
take it home. If that was you, thank you.
Thanks, whoever
Congrats.
said that, appreciate it.
All right, let's see.
That was awesome.
You can do mine.
Okay. Joseph. Best shoe game.
Nice, always.
Can I show you my shoes real quick?
Oh wait, let's
wait.
look at your shorts too.
These are shorts, by the way. I just
That was
wanted you
it.
to see my shorts.
You can't balance it if you're gonna fall.
All right, shoe game. Keep going.
We're only halfway. Though.
Most likely to be the life of the party.
Maybe.
And most likely to
Okay, Mr. Most Likely to Debate. Okay.
most likely to be in the FBI.
Really?
So we're like the SWAT team in the FBI.
I know.
Apparently,
we're about to take
there's,
somebody
one
down.
more.
Or out.
Oh. Joseph, most likely room be a superhero to protect his son. What?
I don't understand that.
No
one.
idea.
Most
I
likely be a
appreciate it.
superhero to protect his son.
I like
Aw,
shoe game.
Like Batman.
I like
say
shoe game.
Shoe game.
I like shoe game.
Shoe game.
You always
game.
have nice
And short
kicks.
game.
And shorts. The shorts are a
I say shoe.
little short, my friend.
All right, if that's it. All right.
Shoe.
That was you. Congrats. We got something coming your way. All
We
right,
got
last one.
Alex.
Alex. Sweetest smile.
Oh,
Aw.
I mean, I did win Best Smile in high school for my superlative.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you write this?
Well,
Did you submit your own?
For the record, I think you've said that like 5 times already.
I'm really proud.
I know you should be. I'm just
This
saying.
is actually her crown and sash from
Yeah.
her actual prom.
Dope. I like
And
it.
her.
All right, what else?
her-
Best
But this is legit.
smile. Keep one.
Cutest
Dan.
face. That's
So
sweet.
kind.
You got a
That's
fan.
You got
Most likely to be a doctor.
Oh.
Oh.
You're so smart.
okay.
You were just telling us how you're not
You
a
did.
doctor.
You did. teach
I'm not a doc. She said that
human
earlier.
development.
But
Class jock.
Oh.
You did spend
Dude.
30 seconds telling us hold on,
You
And
did.
all of your accomplishments.
that prom picture, the guns were
They
did
were
you get a
coming out.
ticket? Because it was a gun show, people. I'm just saying.
That's got to be it.
I like it. I
Class
like it.
jock.
Class jock. I like it.
Let's go.
All right.
All right, that's you.
Great.
That's
Congrats
awesome.
if you sent that. Thank you so much. Thanks for participating.
Oh,
We got something
man.
for you.
Well, guys, we're wrapping up for tonight. It has been so much fun. We do miss you. We wish we were in the same room with you, but this is fun too. Next week, though, you won't want to miss because we have something special in store. So do not miss next week. It's going to be
Up our
So fun.
sleeves.
super fun and
Special
exciting,
surprise.
and you
Don't
won't
miss
know
it.
till next Wednesday at 7. So if you could share this post, invite your friends, invite them to join us next Wednesday at 7, invite them to your small groups. We have just a few weeks left. So anyway, we hope you have a great week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love you guys. We will see you next week.
Peace out, people.
Bye.
Join us next
Peace.
See you soon.